Which country will actually make you rich? UK, USA, Canada, or Australia? Magandang araw kabayan, usapang abroad ulit tayo. At dahil Sunday ngayon, Kabayan Talks tayo. If your dream is to move to an English-speaking country, you probably spent late nights scrolling through TikTok and YouTube trying to choose between the big four, the UK, the USA, Canada, and Australia. But let's be completely honest for a second. Most of the videos you see online only shows you the nice parts, the beautiful parts, the grocery hauls, and the aesthetics. They rarely tell you about the high taxes that will slice your paycheck in half, the visa lotteries that can get you deported after 5 years of hard work, or the depression that hits when it's minus 20 degrees outside and you're miles away from family. Whether you are back home planning your strategy to get out, or you're already living in one of these countries right now, wondering if the grass is greener on the other side, this video is for you. We are going to put the UK, USA, Canada, and Australia head-to-head in 4 unfiltered rounds. The money, the visa race, the cost of living, and the daily vibe. No sugar coating. So let's get into it. Let's start with the round 1, the paycheck. Because at the end of the day, we leave the Philippines to secure our financial future. If you are in corporate, tech, or specialized healthcare, the USA is the undisputed king of raw salary size. The earning ceiling in America is massive, and general federal income tax rates let you keep a huge portion of it. Canada is a close second for salaries, but their tax system is much more aggressive. Depending on your province, you will feel a much heavier bite taken out of your hard-earned dollars to fund their public systems. Now, if you work in skilled trades or blue-collar jobs, like an electrician, an automotive mechanic, a chef, or an event manager, Australia treats you like royalty. Australia relies on a heavily regulated wage system, offering one of the highest minimum wages in the world, plus massive mandatory weekend and overtime pay. And then we have the UK. To be completely blunt, the UK has the lowest starting salaries of the 4. In fact, to get a standard skilled worker visa, the UK requires your employer to pay you a minimum of £41,700 a year. Well, that sounds like a lot when converted to pesos. When you factor in local taxes and inflation, your savings rate will be much tighter here compared to North America or Australia. Round 2, the permanent residency race. Getting a job is only half the battle. The real stressor for any expat is securing that second passport. How hard is it to stay permanently? Canada is the absolute champion of the transparency. They use a system called Express Entry alongside provincial nominee programs. It's entirely points-based. If you have the right age, the education, and work experience, Canada will literally hand you permanent residency before you even board the plane. There's no guessing game. Australia also uses a point system, but they've radically shifted gears. They prioritize a strict core skill structure. If you are a nurse, teacher, or construction worker, you are in Tier 1 or 2 and get fast-track invitations. But be warned, if you are an accountant or a general IT analyst, Australia now labels those fields as oversupplied, meaning your chances of an invitation have dropped significantly. The UK is the most predictable ladder. If you land a sponsored work visa, you just have to keep your head down and work for 5 years. After 5 years, you automatically qualify for Indefinite Leave to Remain or ILR. And 1 year later, you can hold a British passport. No points, no guessing, just a straight timeline. But nowadays, they're trying to change it from 5 years to 10 to 15 years. Finally, the USA is an absolute immigration nightmare. Unless you marry a citizen or are sponsored directly by immediate family, the standard work visa path like the H-1B is literally a lottery system. You could be the smartest engineer or most dedicated corporate manager, but if a computer doesn't pick your name out of a digital hat, you have to pack your bags and leave. It's high risk, high reward. Round 3, the cost of living and hidden expenses. Now, let's address what our viewers already living abroad are screaming at the screen right now. It's not about what you earn, it's about what you spend. If you live in major hubs like London, New York, Toronto, or Sydney, The housing crisis is very real. Rent will easily swallow 35 to 50% of your take-home income if you insist on living alone. But let's talk about the hidden drains on your bank account. In the US, you cannot survive without a car in 95% of the country. That means you are not just paying rent, you are paying a car loan, gas, and incredibly expensive car insurance. Plus, their healthcare system is privatized. One bad medical emergency can wipe out your savings if your company insurance isn't top tier. In contrast, the UK, Canada, and Australia offer universal healthcare, which is a massive safety net for families. However, the UK has brutal utility bills. Heating an old brick flat in a British winter can feel like you're burning cash. Meanwhile, Canada and Australia have grocery monopolies that have sent food prices soaring over the last couple of years. If you are an aspiring OFW, you need to calculate these expenses before you look at the gross salary offer. Round 4, the lifestyle and mental health vibe. What happens when you clock out at 5 p.m.? This is where your personality dictates which country is right for you. Australia is the king of work-life balance. Bosses genuinely respect your time off. It's a culture built around the beach, sun, fitness, and barbecues. Plus, it's only an 8-hour flight from Manila, meaning zero severe jet lag when calling your parents. Canada is breathtakingly beautiful, but the winter is a mental health battle. The people are famous, polite, and welcoming. But shoveling snow in minus 20-degree weather when the sun sets at 4 p.m. will test your resilience. You have to love winter sports or cozy indoor life to survive here long term. The UK is the cultural travel hub. Yes, it rains a lot, and the skies can look grey for weeks, but the public transport is world-class. The history is unmatched, and you can book a 20-pound budget flight to spend your weekend eating pasta in Rome or walking around Paris. The USA is pure hustle culture. It is fast-paced, loud, and competitive. America gives far fewer mandatory paid vacation days than the other three. If your goal is to grind 60 hours a week to build a massive net worth quickly, you will love the energy. If you want peace and quiet, it might drain you. The final verdict? Choose the USA if you are in corporate or tech, want to maximize your income, and thrive in a fast-paced environment. Choose Australia if you want incredible weather, a laid-back lifestyle, or if you work in healthcare or skilled manual trades. Choose Canada if your absolute priority is an organized, secure, point-based path to permanent residency for your family. Lastly, choose the UK if you want a guaranteed 5-year track to a passport and want to travel all over Europe on your days off. To my viewers already living abroad, did I get your country right? Drop a comment below and share your real monthly rent so our aspiring OFWs can see the actual data. And if you're still back home planning your journey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because in our next video, we are breaking down Europe versus the Middle East to see where you can save the most tax-free money. Thank you for watching and keep chasing those dreams. At para sa mas marami pang nakaka-inspire na istorya ng OFW mula sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo, i-like, i-share, at i-follow ang page na to dahil dito, bawat OFW ay may kwento. Maraming salamat kabayan at hanggang sa muli.